Rear seat, rear pouch, niece broke, but you can see that side, it's still intact. This one still works, just bothers me a little bit. Rear folding seats, to access those, you do have to come to the trunk. And there's the handle. A little dirty back there. Rear of the car, own climate control for the back seat, heated seats, work the same as the front, same with the vents. You can turn the vents off, control the temperature or the air that's coming through if you want warm air or cold air, and also set your own temperature. Legroom, it's okay. Not sure I would want to drive for hours and hours back here, but it's comfy enough. Nice view of the sunroof. And of course, if you want privacy, put the shades up. Yeah, overall not bad. Power windows, replace the door handles. These are aftermarket. You can see a little bit of a gap there, but for the price, I'm happy with that. You can see the color nearly the same. Soft close doors. Comfort access. On the driver's side control, windows, folding windows, mirror selection, power windows, window lock, rear shade, seat controls, thigh support. This controls the upper portion. The headrest, you just simply push up on this one. Fog lights, automatic lights, dimmer, driver assistance package, lane change warning, early collision warning, blind spot warning. I am missing two here, missing head-up display and night vision. Coin holder. Then on the door panel, we have gentleman button, control the passenger seat, memory 1 and 2, massaging seats. So to use the gentleman feature, push the button to turn it on. Now we can use the driver controls to control the passenger seat. Move the headrest up. Putting the headrest down. Also works for memory as well. So if we want to put everything back so my wife doesn't get pissed off, we'll just hold that button. Now we're back in business. To disengage, just turn it off. And now these controls work on the front seat. Heated steering wheel. And power control of the steering column. Up, down, out, in, etc. Some other features, cruise control, resume, of course adjusting the cruise control. The only thing that I really find early collision warning useful for is we have adaptive cruise control. So when you set cruise control, you can set the distance you want to maintain with the car in front of you. Then I also have the limit feature. This is similar to cruise control. This limits the max speed. So you can start, stop, accelerate, deaccelerate, all of that normal stuff. But for example, if you want to max out at 45 miles per hour, you just set it to that. So again, we can set the limit sitting still. It doesn't matter. And by default, it's going to be 20 miles per hour, but you can adjust it with this button here. I'm not even driving, but I can bump it up to 45. And now the max speed of the car will be 45 miles per hour. You can see the limit light is on. This will focus. There it is. Right there. And to turn it off, just click it again. Now it's off. I put it back on, it goes back to 20. So why would you use this feature? You will not. Heated seats, ventilated seats, not cooled seats. And yes, you can use heated seats and ventilated seats at the same time. Why? I don't know. This will just pass or circulate whatever air you have in the cabin. So if the air is hot, you're going to have hot ventilated seats. If the air is cold, it's going to give you or ventilate with cold air. So you can turn on heated seats, as you see there. And then you can turn on seat ventilation, just like you see there. And one thing you'll notice is ventilated seats are noisy. auto, set the temperature that you want. The car will adjust it from there. That's all you have to do. And then the passenger can adjust their temperature separately. So if the missus wants it a little bit warmer and you want it a little bit cooler, there you go. Press all, and it goes back to, this is the default setting. Cup holders, they work decently. I do notice that this plastic is a little bit creaky. So if you have it open and if you have cups in there and you're driving on the highway, you're going to hear a little bit of this, that sort of sound, but it's not unreasonable. Ashtray. So on this side, we do have parking assist. There's actually a really neat feature with that. I don't have front cameras or side cameras. Those would be here. And then I don't have the option for adaptive suspension. That option would be here. So the auto hold feature, you see there, that's pretty neat. Once with the parking brake disabled, put the car into gear, and it will not move when you take your foot off the brake. The car won't move until you give it some gas. And as soon as you come to a stop, the auto hold will engage again. Another neat thing about auto hold is, even if you're in sport mode, for example, parking brake off, I'm in gear, foot off the brake if we can see it. When I turn the car off, it's going to put it in the park and put on the parking brake. So getting to turn it off. There you go. Pops it in. Neat little feature. Steering wheel, overall very nice. Much better than the standard. If you get one of these cars, you do have to upgrade the steering wheel. How about storage space? It's enough. It's not a ton. Wallet, phone, glove compartment. Stretch. It's enough. It's enough. All right, let's start it up. All right, let's look under the hood. All right, under the hood, N55, twin scroll turbo, inline six. Overall, really nice engine. Of course, if you buy one of these cars used, there's going to be a laundry list of stuff that you'll need to do as far as maintenance and preventative maintenance. Just off the top of my head, since I've had this car, starter, intake manifold gaskets, high pressure fuel pump, the gaskets for oil filter housing and the cooler, alternator, new coolant system, radiator, expansion tank, water pump, thermostat, new valve cover and gasket, coils, spark plugs, probably forgetting a ton of stuff. But if you've ever owned a used BMW before, it's par for the course. You knock out that, then you got a good running car. Just got to stay on top of it. There it is. That's an overview of the 2011 535i. This is the F10 generation. Overall, really great car. Good value for money. These are probably going between 10, 15,000, depending on age, mileage, condition. And you definitely don't want to buy the super cheapest one. You don't want to buy the most expensive one. Look for a good one in the middle. This one I bought last year was 10 years old and had just under 100,000 miles on it. And I got it for $10,000, and I probably put another 3 into it. So there you are, 13 for a good running car. Nice looking too. Looks very modern considering it's 11 years old. Since we're here, let's get the good stuff.